Ooh, it's windy. It was just beautiful and bright out here a second ago. Clouds are moving fast. This is the Friday podcast number 69. I'm excited to come outside because pretty soon it's going to be frozen out here. Probably by this Friday. It's supposed to be frozen in North Texas, and that's where I'm at. Yep. So I didn't really get ready. So I'm going to try to wing this one, but I got my laptop right here. Music going. Leo. Energy drink. Water. I got the shit that I need. So let's start off today with a couple of questions. All right. Opened up to a blank page. Lucky me. Did you play hide and seek as a kid? If so, where was your best hiding place? Yo, as a kid, I don't really remember playing hide and go seek that much. I wonder where's the wind coming from. I hope the wind's not hitting the mic too much. My son loved playing hide and go seek in the house. And his favorite spot was the closet. And he would play in my mom's apartment and he would hide in the closet. Have you ever slapped someone? Ooh. I mean, in a playful way, like a little love slap, during the love making. I don't even know. I don't think so. I might have did a little. Nah, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think I slapped anybody. I can't say that I have. I mean, I slapped some booty. I slapped some big booty. Even little booty. Shout out to booties. What is your favorite television station? What the fuck is a television station? You mean a channel? Fucking book? What is it talking about? My favorite TV channel? Who even watches channels anymore? Should I do my favorite YouTube channel? Alright, let's see. Favorite TV station would not be, I guess that's like WFAA, like the fucking the news station, local news station. Like, I don't understand the question. My favorite channel used to be Comedy Central until they became lame, and then I used to really like FXX, I guess, because Always Sunny's on there, but I never watched FXX. I used to watch it on Hulu. What's it called? My favorite YouTube channel is probably Bad Friends Podcast. That channel is amazing. I've rewatched every episode so many times. Same with Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Same with Tiger Belly Podcast. Yeah. What is a hobby you really want to try but worry you won't be good at? Dancing? Maybe. I would like to be a good dancer, but I know I'd be pretty bad, and I'm very embarrassed about how bad of a dancer I would be. What is your favorite condiment? Shout out to mustard! Mustard seed! I love mustard. I can put so much fucking mustard on something that it'll make me choke because of how strong that mustard is. You know what I'm saying? Mustard is my favorite condiment. After that, cane sauce, Chick-fil-A sauce. Ketchup is an OG. I can fuck with a little bit of mayo, like a dash of mayo, but not too much, and only on a spicy chicken sandwich or chicken. Yeah, my favorite condiment. When did you last go to the beach? When was the last time I went to the beach? It's been a long time. It was probably Venice Beach in California. And that was before, I think that was before cannabis was legal out there. But they would still sell stuff. Like recreational use wasn't legal yet when I went. Speaking of recreation, I was watching the Always Sunny podcast and they were talking about how that first season was so old they used to be able to smoke in buildings on that episode, right? I remember when I was in high school, around 2006, around when this episode that they're talking about came out, and you could smoke cigarettes or Black & Milds inside of the bowling alley. So I remember we used to be buzzed that we were smoking there, which was crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, 2006, people were fucking smoking indoors, baby. Have you ever been admitted to hospital? Yo, whoever wrote this, you did not speak English. You did a pretty good job. I love the questions. They're great questions, but the grammar. Have you ever been admitted to hospital? Not to a hospital or to the hospital, but to hospital. Yes, when I was younger, I remember being rushed to the emergency room for being dehydrated. Apparently, when I was a little kid, I would just drink nothing but Coca-Cola, you know what I'm saying? Cocaine in the drink. And I wasn't drinking enough water. I ended up getting dehydrated, and I had to go to the hospital. If you didn't want to serve jury duty, what's the most creative excuse you'd give? So one time I had a real excuse. My car didn't want to start. And it was raining, and my car didn't drive good in the rain. It still doesn't. Stink car. It's dangerous. Luckily, where I live, it doesn't rain that much. And it's not like, this ain't Seattle or London. So that was that. I used to not have to go because of school. Oh, here comes the shine. Let it shine, let it shine. School was a good reason. Losing it. I mean, I don't know if this is illegal or not, so let me just move on. Do you have a type that you look for when dating a person? A type. Pretty. Good sense of humor. Nice. Good with kids. What's the type? I don't know what the type is. The type. Not ratchet, but also not too proper. A nice in the middle, a little ghetto, a little proper. I don't know. Let's see. What is your favorite food beginning with the letter P? One food. Okay. Don't be scared. I'm trying to bring you to the camera. Alright, whatever. Baby, Leo was sitting in that chair. What am I doing? Oh, favorite food beginning with the letter P. Pussy. Nah, just kidding. Popcorn. Pizza. Lord Jesus Christ, pizza. Pizza's my favorite food of all time, and it starts with a P. Hopefully the wind is not too bad. Yeah, hopefully the wind is not blowing on the mic. Feeling tight, sipping on some Sprite, purpled up, circled up, and I'm spinning, steady winning. Hoes hating, but they grinning, cause they sinning, wishing they was me. It's that jealousy, that OG, CXVB, coming through your block. Haters understand that I'm holding on the Glock, ready to blast if I have to, and I'll keep on blowing right past you. What's the most shocking moment of your life? Whoa. Shocking moment. Ooh. When my son was born, I guess, it was a very shocking moment. Is it shocking? Shocking. Finding out that she was pregnant when I was 19 was pretty shocking. Walking in on my parents in the living room, night before Christmas, pretty shocking. What do you do when you're with someone and there is an awkward silence? I will break it. I'll fucking say some random ass shit. I will make them laugh. Or I'll try. Or I'll make myself laugh. But I usually break the awkward silence. I'm usually the one to break. Unless I'm just fucking hungry, tired, feeding for caffeine. Just, I'm done. Then I probably don't give a fuck if it's quiet. If there's an awkward silence. But if I'm good, if I'm feeling great, you know what I'm saying? Like I've ate, I'm hydrated, caffeinated, medicated. And yeah, I'm gonna break that silence. I'm gonna just say some random ass shit and just. I'm pretty good at that when I want to. It's hard. It's hard work though. It's not easy. How old were you when you realized you had a gift, and how did you express it? Man, whenever my uncle would praise me, my Uncle Rudy, shout out to my Uncle Rudy, would praise me for drawing when I was like 6 or 7, 8, really young. So I just drew. I started drawing. I love drawing. I still love drawing. When I was in middle school, the fact that my homeboy listened to me rap, I wrote one rap, and he was like, "Oh, you rap?" And I was like, "Shit, I guess I do." And I just started rapping, and I used that as my outlet for years and years, and I still kind of do. And then I realized that my son was a gift when I was 19. I expressed it by showing him my love and time and being a good dad, being a big part of his life, playing with him. I think when you play with kids and play pretend, it's something that's invaluable. And I think a lot of parents don't do that because the kids have siblings, so they don't have to. But when you do that, it's immense. I promise you. What TV show do you always watch reruns of? Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Shout out to the Sun. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I used to watch The Office a lot. What else? Timeless, I used to rewatch a lot. I'm thinking about Timeless because I've been editing the episodes, old episodes, 50 episodes ago when I was talking about Timeless. Turn, Washington Spies, I would rewatch that shit. Peaky Blinders, I would rewatch that shit. Vikings, I would rewatch that shit. Last Kingdom. I think that's it. Yeah, and some of those incredible shows that have hilarious scenes, like Always Sunny and The Office, and the shows that have all the beautiful action and the moments, like the dramas, the Peaky Blinders and the Vikings and shit, man, they have rewatchable value. Certain shows, nah, you watch it one time, you can't watch it again. Like Disenchantment or something like that. That it's like a Simpsons creators created a show. I wonder what that is. Mockingbird. Whoa, damn. Yeah, most shows I cannot rewatch, but I'll rewatch podcasts. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I guess because of anxiety and normalcy and my I guess I got a slight autism because I don't like change. So it comforts me to rewatch shit that I've already seen. I don't know why. If you could change one facial feature, what would it be? One facial feature. My fucking skin. Get rid of the pimples. Oh, and I want a bigger chin. Bigger chin. Bigger chin. All right. That's pretty good. Let's move on. Actually, let me take a break, and then we'll move on. I'm gonna check the battery, and then we'll see what we do next. All right? Be right back. And we have returned. Coming back. I ain't taking no slack. I ain't cutting no slack. I ain't taking that back. Keep going. I attack every time that I'm flowing. They get smacked like a lyrical onslaught, assault of the rifles. People keep coming up, but man, I'm the motherfucking. Damn, I don't even know. Let me try that again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rolling down the block, haters stop instead. But I don't even care. I got that blunt, I put it in the air. Let it stretch back my head. And I understand people don't care. But when I flow, yo, they know that they supposed to share the flow so it can grow. Man, I don't know. I'm loco. I'm going crazy. Slow mo. Cause I'm puffing on some dro. You already know. Looking fresh to death like Outkast. And if you talk shit, I'm a blast. With these flows, with these rhymes, with these lyrics that be cutting through your minds. Take my time, I bust rhymes like Busta Rhymes. You already know I'm a fucking pro, and I don't go nowhere without that fucking fo to the bro when I'm coming through like a po and the haters talk shit, but they don't know when I'm coming. All right. Anyway, let's do a more Yoda, be more Yoda, and then we shall do a angel number, and then we'll see where we go from there. All right, so which one have we not done yet? We've done a lot. All right, boom. One we haven't done yet. We might be almost done with this book. There's a few pages left. Take control of your journey. Seeking mindfulness. Not everything you'll do in life will be wizard. What does that even mean? Not everything you'll do in life will be wizard. Your chance to leave a mark, like everybody, I'm reading all these typos today. Your chance to leave a mark on the galaxy with a life-changing new career could mean leaving behind a cherished loved one. What really matters is how you handle the twists and turns that the universe throws at you. Your choices define who you are, but if you choose to battle your master at a lava lake, you could get burned, figuratively and literally. Anakin, this path has been placed before you. The choice is yours alone. From Shmi Skywalker, Anakin's mom. We know how that story goes. All right. So, we did 717, 818. We already did the triple numbers. We did the old number. So, 919. Let's do 919 today. Don't walk on my laptop, sir. Let's see. So, angel number 919, according to RyanHart.org, represents God's divine love entering your life. Entering into your life. His love is meant to bring... Dude, stop walking on my laptop. You're going to have to go around or something. Let me see. Leo just messed up my shit. But it can also be self-sabotaging because he has the... What? I'm just... Okay. Go. Angel number 919 represents God's divine love entering your life. His love is meant to bring out the best in everyone and everything around it. Many will experience this love in the form of a healing. This is when God's love touches and transforms our lives. That's from RyanHart.org. AngelNumbersMeaning.com says that 919 represents the characteristics of a human who's very powerful and capable of big things in every aspect of life. But it can also be self-sabotaging because he has... this fool keeps trying to... I just put him in the front. Right here. Jump right here. Right here. Meow, little baby. Anyway, let me get back to it. AngelNumberMeanings.com says that 919 represents characteristics of a human who's very powerful and capable of big things in every aspect of his life, as I already said. But it can also be self-sabotaging because he has a problem in dealing with so many powers. Trusted psychic medium says the true meaning of angel number 919 signifies the beginning of an exciting new journey. A of an exciting, where is it? So brace yourself and look forward to the future with excitement and optimism. In addition to bringing hope for the next phase in life, your guardian angels are sending you a message of encouragement to pursue new habits that add to your personal development. AboutSpiritual.com says 919 appears around a person who has abilities to make big things in their life, but usually something stops them in that intention. They have big dreams, but something always distracts his attention. This number is also related to enlightenment. Mindfulnessandjustice.org says that 919 is the number of love. It encourages people to be powerful, loyal, and caring for each other. According to Doreen Virtue, the expert in the field of angelic numerology, a combination of nines and ones usually symbolizes a new beginning. Sunsigns.org says that 919 is relevant to many topics. Number 9 is the symbol of the end. It marks the end of a certain race. Number 1 is a Genesis symbol. It talks about new beginnings. Number 19 is a symbol of a journey. It symbolizes the start and the finish. 91 is associated with adaptation. The Secret of the Tarot.com says that it's a highly spiritual number sequence. When you see it, feel confidence in your actions and feel the guardians, angels' energy surround you. The hidden message behind 919 is a blessing and reward of your hard work and commitment, and is now the time to move to new beginnings. Let's read one more. Hidden numerology says that now's the time for new energy to enter your life and give you the fresh start that you need. Let go of the old and look forward to the start of something new. Your new lifestyle awaits you, and the positive attitude that comes with it will have long-lasting benefits. So if you start seeing 919, you have abilities. Don't let distractions stop you from creating and making big changes and big moves and positive things, you know what I mean? 919, baby. All right, what do we do next? What do we usually do? I guess we could do some more questions. I don't have anything ready. I was gonna look up a badass woman in Hursty, but I don't even know who to look up. Who should we look up? Who's a badass woman? I mean, shout out to all the women in my family, all the women I work with. Those are all badass women. All my cousins, all my aunts, my grandmas, badass women of herstory. My mom, my sister, if I didn't already say them. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Jelly bean, jelly bean. Should we do a couple more questions and just finish it up like that? What you think, Leo? Oh, I saw a dead bumblebee the other day. Dead bumblebee. Let's see what a dead bumblebee means. So, let's see. Yeah. All right, so according to symbolisms and metaphor.com, when you come across a dead bee, like I did the other day, you could be overworking yourself. There could be, you might need to be a little more selfish. Think about yourself more. You might need some peace and quiet. Yeah, there might be some weakness in your community that you may need to be wary of. Invite me, bro, if I'm petting you. So we've talked about bumblebees before, but if you see a dead bee in your home, it's a sign that you're in a period of isolation and you would prefer to be alone at the moment, supposedly. You might feel as if you no longer belong to a group you were once connected to. It may also represent an issue that may arise to the surface with a close relationship. The bee symbolizes community. Follow the bee to the ancient Jewish business. Festivals and drunk fermented honey. Yeah, we talked about that. But a dead bee is different than a live bee. Find a dead bee counsels you that you are working too hard. So you need to chill a little bit. Let other people do their part. Don't overwork yourself. Because you'll just be replaced. If need be. Alright, so we did that. We did 919. We did what does it mean to see a bee. But I wonder what it means to see a tabby cat. I think you're a tabby. What it means to see a tabby. Tabby cat. Yeah, he's a tabby. Getting kind of flabby. Getting kind of saggy. Getting kind of happy. Feeling kind of rappy. What it means to be a tabby cat? Catster.com. Let's see, cat meaning and spiritual meaning. Tabby cat includes different dark and gray tones, sometimes red and orange. The dream is about, no, but that's dreams. That's not what I want. Whoa, is there an M on the cat's head? Since then, the animal is honored, and it's further believed that the M sign on the forehead of several tabby cats is actually the mark of the prophet, M for Muhammad, and this fool just bit me. I guess it does kind of look like an M. Interesting. In Buddhism, Buddhists see a cat's body as a temporary resting place where souls of spiritual people rest. What? I'm gonna click on that. Learning about some tabby cats, like the one that just fucking bit me in my fucking hand that's petting him. Whoa, let's talk about cats. This is from the astrologyweb.com. What do cats symbolize? Cats symbolize freedom, patience, adventurous spirit, curiosity, flexibility, affection, mystery, guardianship, sensuality, rebirth. That's a weird one, sensuality. Resurrection and healing from within. Cat symbolism according to color. A black cat signals the return of a spirit to the physical world. Some say it embodies wickedness and evil. I say a black cat is just the regular as a white cat or a brown cat. Black cats matter. White cat symbolizes good fortune, blah, blah, blah. Golden gray stands for a better life. The golden, wealth, prosperity. To have a cat is a totem, which I need to look up. What's a totem animal? You know what? Let's do that. Let's figure what that is. Right here, live on the air. What is a totem animal? So according to DuckDuckGo, a totem animal is an animal spirit guide believed to stay with you for life, both in the physical and spiritual world. You have a special bond and connection with this animal through interests. That's from Uratango.com. They're very prominent in everyone. I had to click on the link to see the full explanation. Through interest, characteristics, dreams, or other interactions. An animal totem is a sacred object that is a symbolic representation of your animal guide. Your totem can be represented as a totem pole, talisman, emblem, statue, or jewelry. Totem animals also play a pivotal role in understanding and interpreting events from our past that may have gone unnoticed. You may be wondering how and why totems are meaningful to you. How does a person get a totem? One thing you should know is that you don't choose your totem animal. Your totem animal chooses you. Your totem animal will guide you. So I guess mine is a cat. Look at this fucker. Are you my totem animal? Meow. 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 Yes, cat. It's also said that people have a connection to about 9 different animal guides throughout their lifetime. Ooh, are you one of them? And these fuckers are playing loud ass music. How many animal totems are there? Too many. It's a list. What's the difference between a totem animal and a spirit animal? Totem animals are guides who stay in your life throughout your spiritual journey and who you can call on when in need of their spiritual help. Then there are spirit animals, also known as power animals, who come in and out of our lives, depending on the direction we are headed. Spirit animals help us with the tasks that we need to be completed along our journey while teaching us important life lessons. How do you know your spirit animal? If you see what you're gonna coming up again, or you're especially close with your childhood pet, take note that this may be your spirit guide. Let's see. For instance, maybe you always come across butterflies no matter where you are. Oh, I saw a yellow butterfly the other day with Vino. Probably not a coincidence. Butterflies are symbolic of metamorphosis. What does it mean for you? So let's see, cats. Cat's not even on here. Hawk. I see hawks sometimes. What is that music? What is that music? Okay. So, we don't pick them, they pick us. That's what we learned today about totem animals. This fucker just picked my video to be a part of. Sticking his butthole in front of the camera. All right, thank you. Okay, let's see. So, if the cat is your totem animal, as mine may be, you have confident. Whoa. So to have a cat as your totem animal signifies that you're self-assured and independent. That's true. Aided with innate wisdom, you prefer to observe quietly so as to remain in a better position to achieve your goal, rarely seeking assistance from others. True. Just as a cat patiently waits for the correct time before attacking its prey, you deal with problematic issues with confidence, patience, and precise timing. You know exactly what you need and accordingly voice your opinions only when required. While selecting friends, you deliberate a lot, and rarely give importance to peer pressure. Eventually, you tend to become reclusive at times. This is true. You are often extremely unpredictable, not only for being creative and having an intellectual mind, but also because a sense of mystery and darkness always accompany you. What the fuck is happening in my neighborhood, bro? Chaos. So these are dreams of cats. What does it mean if a cat crosses your path? It's time for you to let go of your outdated habits and invoke some fresh changes in your life. In Celtic culture, cat is a guardian of the underworld, skilled in preserving its secrets to itself. Let's see. In Islamic culture, so I wanted to see this about the M on his face. Muslim lore recounts that a cat once saved Muhammad from a deadly snake attack. Since then, the animal is honored and is further believed that the M sign on the forehead of several tabby cats is actually the mark of the prophet M for Muhammad. In Buddhism, like we said earlier, cats are seen as a temporary resting place where souls of spiritual people rest. In some parts of southern China, it's believed that cats can see ghosts and spirits. Thus, often cats are kept at home to ward off such harmful stuff. In Japan, however, cats are respected for showering prosperity and happiness. Very interesting. That's from the astrologyweb.com. We're going to take one more break, and then we'll come back and wrap this shit up. Hopefully, maybe I can find a badass woman in Hershey or something. Yeah. All right, let's finish this thing off. I don't want to touch my hair because I was petting the cat. He's an outside cat. Badass woman in her stream. Alice Guy Blache? I don't know how to pronounce her name. Blache? Alice Ida Antoinette Guy Blache. Was a French pioneer filmmaker. And she was one of the first filmmakers to make a narrative fiction film. We all love narrative fiction films. Those are the best films. As well as the first woman to direct a film. From 1896 to 1906, she was probably the only female filmmaker in the world. She experimented with Gaumant's chronophone sync sound system and with color tinting, interracial casting, and special effects. Damn, sounds like a gangster. And I like making podcasts. I think one day I want to make a movie or a fucking music video or something, you know what I mean? I want to do something with the camera. She was artistic director and co-founder of the Solax Studios in Flushing, New York. In 1912, Solax Studios invested $100,000 for a new studio in Fort Lee, New Jersey, the center of American filmmaking prior to the establishment of Hollywood. What? So before Hollywood was in Jersey. Interesting. That year she made the film A Fool and His Money, probably the first to have an all African American cast. The film is now preserved at the National Center for Film and Video Preservation at the American Film Institute for Historical and Aesthetic Significance. Wow. In 1865, Alice's father, Emile Guy, an owner of a bookstore and publishing company in Santiago, Chile, and Valparaiso, Chile, married Marie Clotilde Franceline Albert. The couple returned to Santiago after the wedding in Paris. In early 1873, Marie and Emily lived in Santiago with Alice's 4 siblings. There was a devastating smallpox epidemic, smallpox in Chile in 1872 and 1873. Emily and Marie Guy brought all 4 of their children back to Paris, where Alice was born. In her autobiography, Alice refers to this as her mother's attempt to make sure her 5th child should be truly French. Her father returned to Chile soon after her birth, and her mother followed a few months later. Alice was entrusted to her grandmother in Carouge, Switzerland. Damn, she traveled. At the age of 3 or 4, Alice's mother returned from Chile and took Alice back to South America. At the age of 6, Alice was taken back to France by her father to attend school at Verrières, known as the Faithful Companions of Jesus, on the French side of the Swiss border in Verrières, France. Alice and her sister Louise were moved to a convent in Ferney a few years later and then brought back to Paris. Alice's father died on January 5th, 1891 of unknown causes. Following his death, Alice's mother got a job with Mutualité Maternelle, which was founded on May 20th, 1891. Alice's mother was unable to keep that job, and therefore Alice trained as a typist and stenographer, which was a new field at the time, to support herself and her mother. She landed her first stenography typist job at a varnish factory in March 1894. She began working at the Comptoir Général de la Photographie, owned by Félix Max Richard. Léon Gaumont later took over and headed the company. Boring part of the story. Her career, she was hired by Felix Max Richard to work for a camera manufacturing and photography supply company as a secretary. That's how she got into the industry. The company changed hands, president of the company, manager, the Eiffel, some boring shit. Although she initially began working for Léon Gaumont as a secretary, she began to become familiar with myriad clients, relevant marketing strategies, and the company's stock of cameras. She also met a handful of pioneering film engineers such as Georges Demeny and Auguste and Louis Lumière. Guy Blanche and Gaumont attended the surprise Lumière event on March 22nd, 1895. It was the first demonstration of film projection, an obstacle that Gaumont, the Lumieres, and Edison were all racing to solve. They screened one of their early films, leaving the Lumière factory, which consisted of a simple scene of workmen leaving the Lumière plant in Lyon. Bored with the idea of captured film only being used for the scientific and a promotional purpose of selling cameras in the form of demonstration films, she was confident that she could incorporate fictional storytelling elements into the film. She asked Gaumont for permission to make her own film, and he granted it. Alec Guy Blaché made her first film in 1896. Its original title may have been La Fée aux Chocs, or The Fairy of the Cabbages, or The Birth of Children, or it may have had no title at all at first. The scene Alice described as her debut effort does not match either the 1900 version of La Fée aux Chocs or the 1902 version retitled Chez Femme de Première Classe. I'm sure I'm butchering these French words. Indicate there was a third film that came first. The 1896 film seemed to be lost. However, multiple points of confirmation indicate there were three different La Fée aux Chocs. A 30th of July 1896 newspaper describes a chaste fiction of children born under the cabbages in a wonderfully framed chromo landscape, and provides other details that confirm Alice's description of her first film. Before very long, Alice reported in 1912, every moving picture house in the country was turning out stories instead of spectacles and plots instead of panoramas. From 1896 to 1906, Guy Blaché was Gaumont's head of production and generally considered to be the first filmmaker to systematically develop narrative filmmaking. Interesting. She was probably the only female director from 1896 to 1906. That's a decade. Her earlier films share many characteristics and themes with her contemporary competitors. She explored dance and travel films, often combining the two. In 1906, she made The Life of Christ, a big budget production for the time, which included 300 extras. She used the illustrated James Tissot New Testaments as reference material for the film, which featured 25 episodes and was her largest production at Gaumont to date. She employed one of the very first special effects, including using double exposure, masking techniques, and running a film backwards. During her tenure at Gaumont, Guy Blaché hired and trained Louis Faolade and Etienne Arnaud as writers and directors, and hired set designer Henri Menessier and art director Ben Carré. In 1907, Alice Guy married Herbert Blaché, who was soon appointed the production manager for Gaumont's operations in the United States. After working with her husband for Gaumont in the U.S., the two struck out on their own in 1910, partnering with that's 112 years ago. Partnering with George A. Maggi on the formation of the Solax Company, the largest pre-Hollywood studio in America. You hear that, Leo? With production facilities for the new company in New York, her husband served as production manager as well as cinematographer, and she worked as the artistic director and directed many of its releases. Within 2 years, they'd become so successful that they invested more than $100,000. That's then $100,000. Then it's like millions of dollars today, into new and technologically advanced production facilities in New Jersey. Many early studios were based in Fort Lee, New Jersey, at the beginning of the 20th century. Don't walk on the laptop. It was mentioned in publications that the area that Guy Blaché placed a large sign in her studio that said, "Be natural." Damn. That's the whole damn. In 1913, Guy Blaché directed The Thief, the first script sold by future Wonder Woman creator William Moulton Marston. Don't walk on the laptop, sir. Guy Blaché and her husband divorced several years later, and with the rise of a more hospitable and cost-effective climate in Hollywood, their partnership in film also ended. In the late 1940s, Guy Blaché wrote an autobiography. It was published in French in 1976 and was translated in English a decade later with the help of her daughter, Simone. Simone is a very popular French name, because we did a Simone Seguin. She was a fighter. That's a throwback episode of Badass Women in History. Let's see, she was tremendously concerned with her unexplained absence from the historical record of the film industry. Wow. She was in constant communication with colleagues and film historians, correcting previously made and supposedly factual statements about her life. She crafted a lengthy list of her films as she remembered them with the hope of being able to assume creative ownership and get legitimate credit for them. She was the subject of a National Film Board of Canada documentary, The Lost Garden, The Life and Cinema of Alice Guy Blache by director Marquise Lepage, which received Quebec's award in Best Documentary in 2002. She got some awards. They're finally giving her some credit. She was included in the New York Times Overlooked No More in 2019. She was an early influence on both Alfred Hitchcock and Sergei Eisenstein. Hitchcock remarked, "I'd be over the moon with the Frenchman Georges Méliès. I was thrilled by the movies of D.W. Griffith and the early French director Alice Guy." Wow. She directed her last film in 1919. In 1921, she was forced to auction her film studio and other positions in bankruptcy. Alice and Herbert were officially divorced in 22, and she returned to France in 22 and never made another film. Damn, so she was broke. She died in a nursing home at the age of 94. She returned to the United States to live in Wayne, New Jersey with her older child, her daughter, Simone. Man, I'm sorry I'm out of frame because this cat's making me... Wow. There's a lot of movies too, it's a long list. So that I got that from Wikipedia. Her name I got from a page called notgoodatnormal.com, and there's a section called Badass Women in History. All right, I'm looking at the sky because it's so beautiful and it keeps changing. The sun comes out, it doesn't come out. I'm gonna end it like that. Ladies and gentlemen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming. Can't see my feet. Oh well, I look pretty fresh. I usually don't dress up for the episodes, but I just got off work. I love y'all. See y'all on number 70. Peace.